Li Alu Akbar, Tiniki, Wapinawa, Wapinashi. Great peace, great moon, great understanding. All right, it's 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we are about to head off into this resolution right here, and then we're going to touch on this tab here where I have pulled up a voice from Minister Louis Farrakhan. But let's dive into this right quick, and then we can head over to. All right, this is Resolution 602 from 1987, due on the 25th. Take a good look at that. All right, so I'm going to read 7. Decide dice, viene e nuova, lo sequel, ora, rican, li rapport du secrétaire général sur l'application de la presente resolution. This here is simply about Angola and the resistance to colonialization that was rapidly taking place as was it Ronald Reagan who was in office back then or heading out? I'm not sure. I was born a couple years after 87, so please do inform. But during this time, the Angola people, were resisting oppressions from the West. And this is around the time that Louis Farrakhan was taking seat, coming from New York into Chicago. And Chief Malik, the minister, the spiritual minister of, or I should say the Sultan of the organization, Arukin, the cornerstone. He was going away for a stint over a conspiracy teller act that was put down on him by the federal government through federal charges. So let's go over here and skim through. And you can see right here we have a decision made on December 23rd. All right, so 2 days before Christmas, Christmas. And they gave a letter to date on the 22nd. All right, and this was put before council for the Congo and also Ghana and Zambia. All right. And again, this is right during the time that Louis Farrakhan, this guy you see right here on the screen, was taking seat in the Mecca over there on 70th and Stony Island. All right, so let's listen to him.
America is seeing our children trafficked, babies trafficked. And if a nation cannot protect its young and protect its elderly, well, why did I use that picture? Because the candidates are like undressed women. Who are looking for people with money to back them when they know most of them are bought and paid for. Wow. You buy a president, then you expect that president to do your bidding. That's why Trump is listened to, because he's not a whore. He got money, so the whore masters can't buy him. The king makers can't make him. So that's why the American people are listening to him, because for the first time, you got a man who can pay his own way. He's a businessman. Not that I would vote for him. I'm looking to see what are you gonna do, Mr. Trump, for justice for the black man. Our cry is worse than any other who is deprived. We've been here longer than any immigrant. And we didn't come here looking for something as the immigrants did. We were brought here in the holds of ships.
All right, so that's dated 8 years ago, and the law at 8 is the arrest. All right, so stand firm. All right, so you can see Sentinel-6, Freelock. This has been in orbit 2 years, 332 days. And obviously it is keeping track. You know it. Of the Sentinels. Now, whether it be for good, whether it be for God, we yet know, but our suspicions tell a different tale. Just look. Now, Farrakhan, anyone who calls themselves Farrakhan, which is a Hebrew word for Pharaoh, you have to know that they are very powerful and they are in the know of things that the regular polity are not in Q. All right, so we already know, like, Farrakhan, he's been in the public eye for millennials. Like, he's been doing this since he was like 19 years old. He's been training for ministry. So no one gets in front of you without being fully vetted, without being fully known, without being fully progressed through a bloodline or a lineage. Now, they say things like he's from Jamaica, he's non-FBA and things like that. But dismiss that. Like, we know he's from the area called Jamaica, Queens. Like, we understand that, right? So people have this misnotion about what he has done and who he is. Like, I know for a fact, being from the south side of Chicago, growing up in Bronzeville, Hyde Park, and Woodlawn, like, he stayed over in an area where it was majority of people who came up during the Great Migration from places like Tupelo, Jackson, Meridian, Mississippi, Clarksdale, Brookhaven, those places, right? So for him to be put before people and trained up, or historically of a people who are usually not used to any type of involuntary ideologies. So it was expected that we wouldn't be startled, hassled, or bothered by any outside interests. Like growing up on 49th and Greenwood, cousins and I, we would ride around on our bikes. And like we would go to places over by near Hyde Park, come back towards Woodlawn and Bronzeville, and you know, we would go past Barack Obama's house, we would go past Louis Farrakhan's house, and like his guards would be out there in the driveway where his Hummer Jeep would go underneath the tunnel. So like we would see his people out there. And like if you're from that area, you would also see like the fruit out there. handing out newspapers, handing out pecan pies. And they'll do it for the kids. So that's in that particular area. So like, I was used to like being well guarded and standing on a certain principle as far as nationalism and respect and love. Like that was fabricated in us. So this is all to say that when you look at the document related to Angola and its call for freedom, you can also look at what happened in Chicago with far as Louis Farrakhan and Chief Malik. You can see right there that was sort of like a changing of a guard, where you had an angel going out and you had an angel coming in. So transversing, so to speak, giving a different message. So again, this is from 8 years ago, and he's talking about Trump, and he's also talking about what is relevant to what is happening right now in this day, because Trump is still in the news. And when you hear about Trump, don't necessarily just think, oh, the guy with the orange hair. No. There's a family behind Trump called the Trumps. And these Trumps look just like Farrakhan. You do not see all the hidden families, and they will not allow you to. All right, so here, again, this is keeping track of the Sentinels. Don't be fooled by its movements. Don't be fooled by its appearance. When you hear things in the sky at night, these right here, these are your formidable alien spaceships, accused as satellites. Stay on it, get with it.